Hey, football fans! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the life of one of the best players in Serie A, and probably the best left-back in the world, AC Milan's diamond, Theo Hernandez. Known for his electrifying performances on the field, there's more to Theo than meets the eye. Stay tuned as we unveil 10 things you probably didn't know about this talented athlete. Number 10. This is football heritage. His love for football started from. I guess you've recalled this famous phrase of Jose Mourinho. And yes, it can certainly apply to Theo Hernandez. Theo's love for football started with his own father. Jean-François Hernandez was a defender, playing for Atletico Madrid. Theo, together with his brother Luca, started his professional career exactly in the academy of the Spanish giant. Not long after, however, Theo and Luca's father abandoned them, and their mother Lawrence was the only one who made everything possible for their dream to come true. She worked as an esthetician, earning €800 per month and working 10 hours a day. Initially, Theo had no idea that football was the profession he wanted to pursue when he grew up. However, that was not the case with Luca. He was very strict about training and studying, and with his discipline, he managed to motivate his brother as well. 9. From Alaves to Real Madrid in a year. Can you imagine playing from a team that just got promotion to the most titled European club in the span of a year? Well, that's an amazing switch, and that was exactly what fate had prepared for Theo Hernandez. The Frenchman didn't get big chances to feature in the Atletico first team. Therefore, Los Rojiblancos first loaned him to Deportivo Alaves and then sold him to Real Madrid for a reported fee of €24 million. Well, the difference was that in Alaves he got a lot of playing time and was showing decent football, while in Real Madrid he won a lot of trophies, including the Champions League in 2018, but without having a major role in the team's dynamics. 8. Uncommon lucky number. As you may know, most often defenders wear numbers like 3, 4, or 5, but very rarely any different on their back. Well, since his loan in Real Sociedad from Real Madrid, Theo Hernandez has definitely found his lucky number, 19. Yes, that's right. The left back didn't convince at all the coach Zinedine Zidane that he deserved to be part of the then Champions League champion. That's why, in August 2018, Real Sociedad brought him on loan for a season. He played 28 games and scored 1 goal at Real Arena. However, he chose a very common number to wear on his jersey, number 19. And because this period was symbolic of the rise of his career, Theo continues to wear this same number 19 to this day, even in Milan. 7. Had the chance to represent Spain. Already on the verge of big football, in 2017, Theo Hernandez had the chance to represent the Spanish national team after spending most of his life in the suburbs of Madrid. He had a Spanish passport, but at the same time, thanks to his father Jean-François, who is French, he played for France's youth teams. However, in 2017, already a Real Madrid player, Theo wasn't called up for a long time for France's under-21 team. This made him angry, and he seriously started considering Spain's offer, but he didn't accept it. 2 years later, after his transfer to Milan, he stated that he only wanted to represent France from then on. Despite his oath of allegiance, he received his first call-up in 2021, when he and his brother Luca fulfilled their dream of playing together at the international level. 6. Theo and tattoos. Name us a better love story. If you've watched a Milan game, you've probably noticed Theo Hernandez's arms. His entire body is covered in tattoos, so we can definitely say that he loves his ink. Given that he is playing for an Italian club, it is no surprise that he respects the nation's history. Some of his tattoos represent some Roman numerals, as well as a statue of Julius Caesar and a Colosseum. However, probably the most famous one, since it can be seen without him taking his shirt off, is the tattoo on his right arm, which reads, "Fight for what you want" in Spanish. You might be wondering, who does his tattoos? Well, his artist is indeed a very famous one, Javi Cinco Angelis, who has more than 50K followers on Instagram. Apart from that, it's no secret that Theo's girlfriend is one of Italy's most famous tattoo artists and models Zoe Cristofoli. So, we might suggest she had given definitely him a tattoo or two. 5. Loves Italian food the most. As with football, politics, and culture, so with cuisine, the big European countries hold on to the national and will support it forever. Well, that's obviously not the case with Theo Hernandez. The Frenchman with a Spanish passport playing in Italy has stated that Italian cuisine is the one that comes closest to his heart. In some interviews since coming to Milan, he shared that his favorite foods will forever remain pizza, pasta, and risotto. So, the Rossoneri shouldn't be worried at all that they might lose him to a team outside of Italy if he continues to show the qualities he has and have his favorite meals within arm's reach. 4. His idol is Paolo Maldini. How a footballer can be so lucky, not just to play in the position and team of his idol, but to be under his supervision on a daily basis. Yes, that's right. Theo Hernandez's idol is the legend Paolo Maldini. And the two of them were probably seeing each other a lot more than Hernandez imagined 4 or 5 years ago. That's because Maldini was AC Milan's technical director, but unfortunately has been sacked before the start of the current season. What's more, Maldini was one of the main reasons for Theo's transfer in 2019, with the Italian legend convincing the bosses that the Frenchman had a lot of potential. 3. Looks up to Marcelo. Imagine playing as a left back at Real Madrid and learning alongside one of the greats in that position, Marcelo. It is exactly the Brazilian who Theo Hernandez got the most advice from in his time at Santiago Bernabeu. Well, it's no surprise that the Frenchman is so effective in both the defensive and attacking parts of the game. By various Spanish pundits, Theo has even been considered as Marcelo's successor at the left-back position at Real Madrid. However, after an unconvincing performance and not being given enough chances by Zidane, Theo went to Milan, where he has already made 57 goal contributions, following all of Marcelo's footsteps for greatness. 2. Once a Madridista, always a Madridista. As you may know, when a player is part of a team, he doesn't just play on the pitch for it, he represents it to the world. He stands for the emblem, the club colors, and most of all, the history. And that's why, when they are asked who their favorite player is, they mention some past or present footballers from their team, and not from the big rival. And their love for the club often rests forever. This can be noticed especially by Barcelona and Real Madrid players, who are one of the biggest opponents in world football. Well, this totally applies to Theo Hernandez, who has said that he prefers Cristiano Ronaldo more than Lionel Messi and doesn't like to talk about Barcelona players at all. In fact, Theo's last encounter with Messi was particularly bitter for the Frenchman because his side lost the 2022 World Cup final against Argentina with him on the pitch. 1. From a bench warmer to the club's best. As we already mentioned more than once, Theo's time at Real Madrid wasn't good, but what awaited him in Milan would have made up for all his difficult moments before that. Because with his games and only his first season at the Rossoneri, Theo Hernandez won the club's Player of the Season award. He was definitely the most informed player all season long, scoring 7 goals and assisting 3 in 33 games in 2019-20. And with that being said, we have come to the end of today's video. If you like the content we share with you, you can watch some of our recent videos, where we discuss Milan's season so far and Napoli's struggles after winning the Scudetto last season. And again, as always, you can share with us on which player would you want to see a similar video in the future.